All right, let's just get this over with. Another episode of STD, Sweet Sorrow, or something crap like that. I don't know. This was probably the ultimate and the worst of filler episodes, and of course, it's the second to last episode. So it's just a long crying goodbye, and then it's not a goodbye because they end up going together and all this. It's just really stupid. Well, I guess the goodbye between Burnham and Ash, or Tyler Vach, whoever he is, that was real because he's staying behind. But basically, so the last episode ended with the cliffhanger. They're going to activate the self-destruct mechanism to destroy Discovery so that Section 31 can't get their hands, Control can't get its hands on the sphere's data that is within the ship. That's right. They tried to delete it, but they can't. It won't allow itself to be deleted. So it's basically, right then and there should have been their first clue that it's taken over their ship's computers. So they abandon ship. They call the Enterprise. So the Enterprise comes back, and we get a look at the Enterprise bridge. And, of course, it's not really the Enterprise bridge. The chair seems to be pretty accurate. Everything else, not so much. But it is a better rendition of the Enterprise bridge than what they used in the J.J. Abrams movies. And apparently it's the set they're going to use for the Picard series, and they'll probably change a few things around. And that's a money-saving deal. And considering they've been burning money and not making any, that's a wise decision. It's pretty much all they can do. But anyway, so we're back on the Enterprise, and that's, for what it's worth. And they got the sound effects right for the most part. And that's all very interesting. But anyway, the evacuation, they kind of squandered money to show the ships link up with these catwalk tubes that they formed for people to walk across into the other ship. They forgot they have a transporter and shuttles. So, okay, they link up like that, and then the crew of Discovery walks over to the Enterprise. And meanwhile, they leave and they back off and wait for the Discovery to explode, and then it doesn't. There's a malfunction. Oh my God, what happened? So Pike fires the photon torpedoes, and the Discovery raises shields, and they can't destroy it. I suppose they could keep pounding until the shields break, which is usually what happens in the battles, but they give up after about the third try, and then they can't figure it out. But of course, Michael Burnham figures it out. Now, why didn't she figure it out when I figured it out? Oh, yes, the sphere data, of course, has merged with, the ship's computer. So it's controlling the ship, and it will not allow itself to be destroyed. And so it's going to protect the ship against their attempts to destroy it. So now they got to come up with a new plan, and they realize, they got to take the data away and into the future where Control can't reach it, supposedly. And how are they going to do that? Well, they need the time suit. And, we don't have it anymore. Yeah, but we have all the data to recreate one. So they do. Or they're going to, anyway. That'll be for the next episode. But, so Burnham is the only one who can operate it because her DNA is just like Mommy's DNA, which it's not really accurate. I mean, it'd be close, but, good enough. And so she will pilot the suit and take Discovery, the ship, with her into the future where Control can't reach it, even though Control would know how to make a time suit as well, wouldn't it? I mean, they created the thing. They contracted Burnham's parents to do this, so they missed that data, I guess. I don't know. But they could go find Harry Mudd. Hey, Harry Mudd, where'd you get that time machine you had last season? Yeah, that's all you need to do. He said, I stole it from Captain, what's his name? Captain Jack Harkness from Doctor Who. Anyway, So Michael Burnham has to make the ultimate sacrifice because it turns out it's a one-way trip, because it is. And oh no, we'll never see her again. So this is why this show is just the whole episode is goodbye. Sarek and Amanda manage to find them even though they're in hiding and on the run. And yeah, okay. So they show up to say goodbye, and obviously they loved Burnham more than they loved Spock. And then it's all soppy goodbyes with everybody else. Oh, God, yes. And I guess this was from one of the short treks. Tilly made a friend from some teenage alien girl who's just an awful character. Just, oh, God, just get her out of there. But no, she's amazing. And she comes in and solves their problems with whatever. And yeah, okay, yeah, it's, oh God, it's terrible. It's just fingernails on the chalkboard. And so Burnham's gonna take off into the future, and then she says goodbye to everybody, and then they, you know what, we're not leaving. Even Spock stays behind on the Discovery, and they're going to go with her into the future and stay stranded in some time they don't know. So but first, they're going to have a battle with Control, which shows up, and the Enterprise and Discovery are going to fight it out, and I imagine at some point Burnham will make the jump into the future, and then all will be revealed. So, technically, the theory was that the Red Angel was Burnham all along from the future. That's probably true. Her mother doing it is just part of the story. And now they realize that the 7 signals or whatever was probably Burnham doing it and all that sort of thing. Yeah, you know, but yeah, it doesn't matter. So a long-winded, crying goodbye, and that's it. You didn't need to see this episode at all. You could have just seen none of it and probably watched the last one. The episode they go to Talos for is interesting, you know, but that's about it. Yeah, you know, there was like a handful of episodes that almost seemed like they almost had something, then they didn't. Yeah, and it's was kind of painful watching Anson Mount be wasted on this whole thing, and it's kind of like I keep coming to this point about the Titans show and how Robin is the best part of the show, and it reminds you it's detrimental to the series in a way because it reminds you that you really want a Batman show. Well, here you have Captain Pike, and all you can think about is, man, they should have done a Captain Pike series. So he's leaving off to his fate, which was revealed to him because of the magic time crystal. The magic time crystal also reveals something to Burnham as we see something will occur within the battle. And then, on top of the idiot teenage alien queen from whatever, they should have named her Queen Slay, Tig Notaro once again returns to just suck all the oxygen out of the room because the woman just cannot act at all. She kind of gives a performance with her face that she's disturbed because she gets a vision too from the magic time crystal about the battle to come. And yeah, okay, so whatever. But she just can't act, you know. I mean, I realize she's a buddy with somebody involved with the show, and that's nice you got a buddy, but you're not really doing her any favors. Yeah. Well, so yeah, Star Trek Discovery. I suppose, and by the mere suggestion of the Red Angel, you can just derive from that, oh yeah, this is an alternate timeline, and it's changed everything, and that's why things look different, and so it's not really a part of the original timeline of Star Trek, as advertised. Yes, they lied, and everybody knows it now. And hence no merchandise, which is what the whole show is. The purpose for is to sell the paraphernalia, the toys, all that stuff, and they can't because it's not Star Trek. It's not recognizably Star Trek, and so it's a colossal failure, and they're not making any money. So Which brings me back to the Picard series, which apparently is in trouble now. I don't know. But the Picard series, there was a suggestion that they would actually put it on the broadcast network rather than the streaming service, which means they're pretty much abandoning ship as well. It was a long shot. Anyway, even if this had been a good Star Trek series, I just don't think that alone would get them enough subscriptions when the streaming wars are going on and the giants are going to win it, and even now the rumblings of Disney is that they're going to have to consolidate what they got with Hulu, and it'll all just be Hulu. But anyway, at the very least, being on the broadcast network, the Picard series could actually make them some money, which they desperately need. Now, they're going to need actual decent writers to write scripts for that show, because just having Patrick Stewart in it alone, it'll bring in some viewers at first, but when it's just this level of nonsense, they're just gonna fizzle, and then it's gonna end up costing you money as well. So you could make some money off of this thing, but it's got to be good and improve, and then you might actually have something. But boy, that's another long shot. But as far as the streaming service goes, I don't think so. And then that, again, that was dubious to begin with, and we pretty obvious who the winner is going to be in the streaming war. So there you go, STD. Such Sweet Sorrow, I believe. Yeah, not so sweet after all. Go see Orville. Yeah, that's where the action is. It really is. All right, thank you for watching and listening. Please like and subscribe. And for those of you who have subscribed, thank you very much. And be sure to check out the link descriptions below. It'll take you to my podcast and other channels, and to my many stores that have plenty of goodies for you.